Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back with another recording of Hearthstone. Today is Friday, March 23rd. We're in the middle of probably the worst slump we've been in for at least a month. We made literally no progress, or, well, not literally, but we did not finish any of the daily quests, which all require victories on the Asian account. We're on the European account. We spent 45 minutes trying to get victories for Shaman and Mage. Didn't do any of that. I guess I could try some Mage games. And we're just slowly making little bits of progress. Let's get rid of this custom hunter, I guess, is the first thing. And make a Mage Battlecry deck. That'll start with that. This. Standard deck here, this, and then cry. I think I can just type in CRY, and then Battlecry, 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 and Battlecry. We've got a few more that we're trying to play here. See if we can find some ones that will help. What is this, by the way, that we can disenchant? How come I have 12 cards extra with the dust? Well, whatever. We'll deal with that later. That was probably just a bug. Alright. So we've got this custom mage. We're still trying to get to rank 21. Let's play. So we talked about this story, and I think maybe I'm misremembering this. Maybe I'm being ridiculous here, but I think I pretty much said it was rather strange that the Tomb Raider remasters were announced by this other company that I thought was a side project, just like a fan project, and that, you know, the actual owners of the Tomb Raider franchise wasn't saying anything or announcing that or retweeting it or anything like that. So PC Gamer now has an article. The Tomb Raider remasters announced last week have been canned. Turns out they weren't actually sanctioned by Square Enix. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, is that it was a fan project not sanctioned by Square Enix. I mean, that just goes to show the level of lack of understanding or lack of grasp of reality that a lot of these fan project people do have. So the story goes, I hope you weren't too terribly excited for those Tomb Raider remasters that were announced earlier this month because they've been canned. The teaser videos are gone, and Realtek VR, the company that purportedly handled the remasters, said in a cryptic tweet that it is now focused on new AR and VR projects. After this episode, we are refocusing on new projects involving augmented reality on iOS and VR and PC. We are not more committed on third-party license anymore. Like, that's not even written in English. So I kind of have to wonder if this was a troll job from the word go. But I have seen video of this actually working, so I think it was... The only follow-up it provided was in response to a request to release the HD textures, in which they simply said, we can't respond, sorry. Which I assume that's we can't respond, comma, sorry, not to say we cannot respond with the phrase sorry. But Square Enix told Game Industry that it was responsible for the kill order because the remasters hadn't been actually given the green light in the first place. while we always welcome passion and excitement for the Tomb Raider franchise, let's see, let's hit this, and do this, and do this, and do this, and that. While we always welcome excitement and passion for the Tomb Raider franchise, the remasters in question were initiated and advertised without seeking approval. As such, they were never officially sanctioned, it said in the statement. Ensuring fans receive high-quality gaming experiences at the heart of our mission as a company, which requires all projects to go through the proper channels. And inherently, like, Square Enix doesn't have time to fund the creation or remaster of the old Tomb Raider games, since they're right now working on the release of the new Tomb Raider games. There's just no way that wouldn't lead to some brand confusion. And frankly, I guess they just kind of like kill off the old character models of the Tomb Raider games. And then honestly, I doubt the level layouts or the story or the gameplay isn't so important in the first 3 Tomb Raider games that remaking them with the new character models would be viable. But there are Easter eggs, at least in the latest Tomb Raider game, where you can get the skin of the old Tomb Raider Lara Croft. So it's not so much the character model, it's just they just don't have the interest or time. And I'm not sure they're wrong in this case. I'm not sure you really would have gotten a very good experience trying to play the old Tomb Raider games in a new engine. Let's see, the article goes on. A Realtek rep said that in an email that it couldn't discuss the specifics of the matter for legal reasons, but added that the studio had a great experience with Square Enix while developing the mobile versions of the first Tomb Raider games. But our recent research studies and reviews on Tomb Raider 3 were unwelcome, although those rights are protected with fair dealings in Canadian copyright law right now. We don't know. We don't have any business with Square Enix anymore. So it almost seems like this company went through a bad breakup with Square Enix, and I heard that things like this happen in the video game industry and in jobs in pretty much every industry, where companies will tell you that they're going to work with you and they're going to make a great investment in your company and that you should hire more employees and buy more computers, and then they'll come back next week and say, no, we changed our mind. And it has bankrupted quite a few companies where promises get broken and that's why you shouldn't act or move until you get it in writing. Let's see, hit him with this one, and I guess you hit him with this one. Didn't do that. So it almost feels like this VR company, Realtek VR, had an agreement, or felt like they had an agreement with Square Enix, and Square Enix backed out. And in some kind of weird act of spite or rebellion, they decided to announce it anyway. See, if I play this, I'm gonna kill at least 2 people on my side. Gamatsu has a Metal Max Xeno 3rd trailer. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know what Metal Max is. Metal Max Xeno is due out for the PS4 and Vita on April 19th in Japan. A Western release is also planned, but not to be dated. I've never heard of Metal Max, but it seems like it's kind of a Mad Max guy in a tank. in a world full of like crazy monsters. And this tank is crawling on legs instead of rolling on wheels. Now there's seems like it's almost like a Hot Wheels Micro Machine type game. Something. Just gonna hit this and this, and then I'm gonna play this. So yeah, there's seems to be different characters being shown in the trailer that control different types of tanks that are fighting in RPGs against different monsters, and you can do all kinds of customization and paint jobs on the tanks. I guess if you were really into tanks, this might be a cool series. It seems more PS Vita than a AAA game, however. Looks like something that would work decently as a mobile game also. But it's just kind of a different spin on an RPG game. You play in tanks and you fight in tanks instead of having mages and healers and characters like that. The numbers go up as you do damage, which is cool. Apparently you can jump outside of your tank and do some attacks too. Yeah, so all I can really say is if you love tanks and you love RPGs, Metal Max Xeno 3rd sounds like the game. It might be the game for you. Let's see. I already talked about that. Football Manager Touch 2018 has been rated for the Switch in Korea. So that's football as in soccer manager. It's currently available for PC, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. So you probably will see this come out for the Switch in other countries too, or it was just accidentally labeled as being rated for the Switch, and it was supposed to be for some other console. What console that would be, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's on any console right now. It's just PCs and phones. I really have no interest in playing a soccer manager. I'd prefer to play a soccer game and see if I could get into that first. There's a game called Paralysis that has 2 user reviews. Came out March 23rd. Made by Justin Jackson, who has not released anything else on Steam. It's early access, selling for $9 with 10% off. It's yet another one of these games where you're in the darkness the whole time. Like, if you can't show off at least a few scenes in your game, you've got nothing. I don't want to play any games where I'm 100% in the dark. For the most part. This really looks like an Amnesia ripoff. It doesn't look bad, this game Paralysis, but it also does just kind of look like something that might be a good combination of assets that have been flipped instead of a very poor quality of assets that have been flipped. Every single screenshot is at least 50% dark. Like, I just don't want that. I'm just not interested in that. Let's see if we can see the reviews. So this game actually runs great and is honestly a lot of fun, is one review. 9 out of 10. And However, all languages. We have one in Chinese rated negatively and one in Japanese rated negatively. I've never really thought about it, but I don't know what value I put on reviews from people that don't speak my language. I imagine I probably put a pretty low value on it because I can't understand them. Paralysis is multiplayer and online multiplayer only. So it doesn't even have a story or a single player experience. Well, I can easily forget that game. I doubt that's gonna sell. Next game I have that came out on March 23rd has 2 reviews. Is Zombie Desperation. A cheap looking game where you seem to stand in just one point and zombies come through doorways in these cheap pencil sketched animated zombies. Some of them are slightly different styles of zombies, but then there's far too much repetition as far as the same types of zombies on screen at the same time. Far too many zombies on screen at the first place. This looks like a light gun game, just designed to steal quarters away from some arcade goer. It looks awful. The animation is poor. Since you're not walking around, you pick up guns by just clicking on them and they're just hovering in the screen. Seems like at some point you move from one place to another place, but it may very easily just fade you in and out. And see, they want how much? 40% off for 60 cents to begin with. For Zombie Desperation. And the reviews are both rated good. Like recommended. One is recommended with 30 minutes of play, one is recommended with an hour of play. No, I don't think so. Like this looks like a game that would have potentially been a good mini game in something else, but let's see. And the other games that they've released are a game that looks very similar called Deadly Escape. Well, actually, it doesn't look that similar. It's a top-down zombie game. And Endless Hordes. See, here's the problem. So, Omnius Entertainment has 3 different games. They all look different. They're all built around zombie games. Let's give them a huge benefit of the doubt and say that Omnius Entertainment is just a collection of programmers who really do want to make games and are trying to get good. They've already hurt their name so poorly with these 3 bad looking and very specifically zombie focused games that I would not, based on their reputation, entertain purchasing any new game from Omnius Entertainment. And if you really want to get into the video game industry, you have to start at the bottom. You can't just be a student out of high school or college and start making games and trying to sell them. You can make games all you want and put them out for free and have them as your portfolio, but you really need to learn the process and go work for somebody else. Let's see, they announced 2 more cards. Really? I thought Phantom Militia had already been announced. It's a 3 mana, 2 attack, 4 creature that has Echo and Taunt. Echo meaning that you can play it multiple times in the turn. And then there's a 2-mana spell called Warpath. Echo, deal 1 damage to all minions. And then there's a 3-mana legendary called Face Collector, 2 attack, 2 health. Does Echo Battle Cry, add a random legendary minion to your hand. Just gonna do this. I won't even have any spells. So yeah, some more Witchwood cards announced. I'll go through all of them when the game comes out, when we can look at all of them. Fate Extella Link, the Japanese digital pre-order, has a bonus DLC costume, and because of that they made a trailer specifically for the bonus DLC costume. I tried to watch Fate Apocrypha on Netflix, which I think that Fate in particular was bad for even the Fate series. But best as I can hear, I don't think the Fate series is that good in the first place. It might play, frankly, better since it is built around the idea of a bunch of people fighting. Like, it might play better in a video game aspect. Like, right now I'm looking at the trailer and it seems they're showing off this costume and a little bit of the gameplay, and the gameplay looks like a Warriors game where you're a hero that can destroy and demolish hundreds and hundreds of enemies in one strike. So yeah, the DLC outfit is kind of skimpy. It's like a white tube top and a white bikini with then shoulder length arm sleeves that aren't attached to anything, and a let's see, it's called the Altaria costume for Altaria Pendragon, if I pronounced any of that right. Fortnite adds heavy shotguns. If you want to go and do an exact 180, finally rank 21. Oh, such a blessing to make it to rank 21 in Hearthstone before the end of the month. So you have a Japanese game adding a costume, and you have a Western game adding a shotgun. So yeah, Fortnite adds a heavy shotgun for those people playing Fortnite. That doesn't include me. Apparently, Clannad for PS4 has English text support. So, what was the update part of this? So, if you import Clannad for the PlayStation 4 using a Japanese PlayStation Network account, you can play it in English. I'm not sure you really need to do that though, because I'm pretty sure that Clannad will come out on PS4 in the West with English, or you could just play it on the PC with the English. So yeah, I don't know why you'd specifically want to go through that work. Let's see, PC Gamer has a article, you can't please everyone in the survival city builder Frostpunk. This is an advertisement for Frostpunk, though. We've seen too much talk about this game that has, I don't believe, a release date that is anywhere close to now. if they've even announced the release date. It's just hype train garbage, which they've kind of gotten a little bit away from doing the hype train. Let's see. I don't have a secret to draw. The CEO of YouTube congratulated somebody for getting an Emmy. I don't know who, however, and because I clicked on the link, I'm just looking at a listing of everybody who got a Emmy. Maybe I can go through this and see maybe who it was. The CEO of YouTube very much trying to buddy up and be friendly with famous people. Apparently, outstanding education or informational series, there's one called Minefield on YouTube Red. They got a nomination, so I mean, it's a little unfair to say she does try to buddy up to famous people, and she wants to be famous herself, but who doesn't in California? If it is a YouTube Red project, I guess she is also just promoting her own productions. And as I'm looking at all these Emmys, it seems like there was only one YouTube Red thing. Oops. I totally screwed up there. Man, okay, Roma Atwood's Daydreams is another YouTube Red thing that got nominated for Outstanding Special Class Series. Sesame Street Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with Julia and Elmo on YouTube.com. Let's see. Got nominated, as well as Storytime Online or Storyline Online on YouTube.com. Were both nominated for Outstanding Special Class Short Form Daytime Programming. Fruit Ninja Frenzy Force on YouTube Red got nominated. There is a decent number of Netflix things getting nominated too. Son of a Jaguar is Google Spotlight Stories, YouTube.com. That's Outstanding Interactive Media Original Daytime Program or Series. I honestly don't feel like any of these projects have any reason to be mentioned at all. Nor do I think the Emmys are really valuable. But heck, if I got an Emmy for doing my channel, that would be insane. I'll take any award anybody wants to give me. Most boring YouTuber, sure, give it to me. Vanessa Kelly and the Journey Giants from YouTube.com. Outstanding Lead Actress in a Digital Daytime Drama Series. Wow. The James Bland as Malachi Giants on YouTube.com. Let's see, a lot of Amazon, a lot of Netflix, some weird Verizon only content for people, I guess, that have Verizon Fios or something like that.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Let's try this. Still scrolling down this list. Roman Atwood, host of Roman Atwood Daydreams, gets Outstanding Host in a Lifetime Travel Children's or Educational or Informational Program nomination. I doubt any of these people are going to win just for the variety of nominations alone. And I'm just still scrolling down. Still scrolling down just to see if there's anything else. I'm starting to fall asleep too. Not only has this been a poor day for progress, outstanding multiple camera editing for Roman Atwood's Daydreams. Like, I've never even heard of this content, this show. Yeah, this post-game show, I may just fall asleep in the middle of it. I'm very, very close to the bottom of this really, really long page. There we go. So, about 5 things got Emmy nominations. I'm not even sure how you would make or apply for an Emmy nomination on YouTube Red. I doubt just a general YouTube channel would have a chance. PC Gamer has an article, GDC's realistic talk about game sales on Steam paints a grim picture. Being on Steam means nothing by itself anymore. It's no guarantee that the game's gonna sell. Well, that's a good thing. But PC Gamer has certainly been beating this drum and published several articles saying that Steam does not get you sales, as if any storefront should get you sales. That's kind of not the point of a storefront. They can put them on the shelves, but if your game doesn't look interesting, that's the fault of your game, not the storefront. PC Gamer has another article. Zone of Enders, the second runner Mars, will be coming to PC this September. Let's watch this trailer. Zone of Enders. It's a mech game, but it looks a little bit better animated. And this might be a remaster. Let's see. The new trailer compares the 4K graphics with the original. I see what they're doing. And while the motion is pretty fast, they have improved the quality. So if you like Zone of Enders, the second runner Mars, this would be the new version to get over the HD version, which has already come out. I might look it up. Let's see. There's a game called Alien Invasion 3D that came out March 22nd. It has 1 review. It's released by somebody named Jim Dex, who has only released 1 game on Steam. See, and that's what I'm seeing here as the pattern is. It's not one person so often flooding Steam with multiple garbage games. It seems more it's like just there are enough deluded people out there that think their game will sell. Or, you know, it might just be a resume builder. If I was a video game programmer, maybe I would just put my crappy game on Steam and sell it for $6 like Alien Invasion 3D. Like, who cares if it sells or if it doesn't? Let's see, the 1 review is not recommended with 0.2 of an hour. So yeah, this game needs a lot of work, man. The controls while simple and mechanics were hard to use in practice to actually shoot the planes. The environment is pretty bare bones too. I made a gameplay video, check it out. If this is your first game, don't give up. It's a good starting point, but you should work more on your craft, and it's not worth $6. Overpricing a small game like this is not a good practice. Good luck in the future. And see, so people want to be nice, but in the end, he may have gotten $6. I guess he lost $100, however, to to release it. Yeah, I kind of wonder about the resume builder thought, though. Maybe that is just the concept. Like, I've made and published a game and sold it on Steam. That sentence alone might be worth $100 if you want to get into the video game industry. And people don't check that closely. PC Gamer has an article. Fortnite Battle Royale was developed in 2 months and wasn't originally planned to be free to play. We kind of already knew that. 2 months specifically may be new information. Not being free to play was probably, I mean, I doubt all games that end up being free to play were free to play in their first couple of months of development. Pricing is a consideration that you could easily not think of for a while developing your game. You should think about it, but I could see a lot of people not doing that. There's a game called Infinite Gravity that came out March 21st. It has 9 reviews. Wow, this actually, while it's blocky like Minecraft, it seems like it might be doing something a little bit different than just Minecraft. There seems to be more physics built into it, which Minecraft's sandbox simulation with physics is not enough to catch my attention. But the fact that some of these blocks are spinning and moving and they rotating around each other. If you saw Minecraft doing some of this stuff, you'd be amazed. But the fact that it's not Minecraft hurts it so badly. Like, let's see, hit this and that, and then the turn. Let's see what this is. This is 15% off for $8.50, which is too expensive. Frankly, let's see what the reviews have to say. There are no reviews in my language. Everything here is in Chinese. So maybe it's really popular in China and Russia as a Minecraft ripoff because you can't play Minecraft, can't connect to the server and authenticate in China. No, I don't think so though. Asking too much for their first game. Alright, and I'm at the Humble Bundle store, and Jumbo Bundle 11 is here. Let's see, I don't think they've announced any new games that for the second tier, which is now an average of $5.09. More games will be announced in 3 days. I could, however, spend that average amount and get all of these games, and these all would be new games to me. I don't sadly have the budget for it. That's just where it comes down to. So if we're at the Humble Bundle store, that puts us in a good position to now go back to Twitter and see if any new news has happened since we started streaming. And once we're done with that part, I am going to end this talking portion in this recording and go into a I'm gonna just play what is probably going to be a really long, boring silent post show. I'm going to do a lot of cheating on the America's account. We'll go look at what we need to do. YouTube Creators has just thanked Will Smith for his first million YouTube subscribers. That's ridiculous. Like they promoted Will Smith when he's not, to my knowledge, making any content worth even mentioning on his YouTube channel. The last thing I would want to do is have YouTube turn into this place where actors spend their time when they're not making movies, or when or YouTube is a place where failed actors go. I'm not directly saying that Will Smith is a failed actor, but he kind of is. Like he's not doing too much these days. Let's see. Let's see. PC Gamer has a how to make money on GTA Online, and my power is flickering. Interesting. So, like, just had a little brownout. Warhammer books to read after you play Vermintide from PC Gamer. Article. Pixel Junk's Monsters is getting a sequel this May, and it's beautiful from Eurogamer. Let's see. The creative director on Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Dean Evans, has left Ubisoft. Now I guess would be a great time to leave. Let's see. Apparently you can win a free chicken dinner from KFC by watching the PUBG on Twitch this weekend. Interesting. There was a State of Unreal opening session at GDC that you can watch online if you're interested in the state of the Unreal Engine. Apparently there's a mission to find Trump's rumored P-tape in Far Cry 5. Way to stay classy. And see, that's what I thought, that Far Cry 5 was not going to be serious at all in their setting, and they're going to offend people when that game comes out. Let's see. Apparently a player completed all of World of Warcraft's 3,314 achievements, and it took him 6 years to do that. Interesting. Gamasutra has an article, How and Why You Should Better Represent Muslims in Your Game. And it's showing a picture of several different headdresses, hijabs, and things. I was like, I don't know. I think you're getting into dangerous politics to represent them at all. Let's see. Somebody is a indie game designer is looking for somebody to draw anime characters for a game. Byron, game designer at XIOTEX Exotics. If you want to send your portfolio and rates to them. There's a game called Push that came out. I guess we're getting battle cries done. It's like the one thing. I want to see how much of this news is even worth talking about, because honestly, I'd just like to wrap up this talking portion. It's not been a very talky on the chat day, or for what is the new average of amount of conversation, and it's not been a successful Hearthstone day at all. Scrolling down Twitter, looking to see if there's anything. According to the article on Rock Paper Shotgun, the briefly on hiatus System Shock remake isn't canceled, just delayed until 2020. Yeah, sure. I don't believe it. Space Hulk Deathwing is getting an enhanced edition this May, whatever that game is. Let's go ahead and kill that. Gamma Sutra LGBTQ devs and players speak up about the need for authentic queer culture in games. I don't know how much of this I can take, but I knew this is all GDC was going to be. Well, at least that was all the parts of GDC that were going to be reported. This identity politics. And I'm back to my streaming announcement on my Twitter, so there really wasn't even any announcements. Let's see. So while we're wrapping up this game, which will be our final game, we'll go through these articles. The classic board Catan, Settlers of Catan, is getting reimagined for VR. I don't see any reason why you need to play Settlers of Catan in VR at all. I would assume that there's already a tabletop simulator way to play that, and so paying $10 and having to have an Oculus Rift or HTC Vive is just kind of ridiculous. You would be much better having Settlers of Catan played on your phone, where you can play people who aren't directly next to you. Most board games now work better if you're playing them on mobile. Let's see. Yeah, I could not care less on this article for PC Gamer on how to make money in GTA Online. It's going to be fake money anyways. It's going to be GTA dollars. It's not going to be real money. Nor do I really care about Warhammer books that you should read after you play Vermintide. Let's see. Yeah, a significant amount of things that are mentioned or talked about on PC Gamer I just don't care about. So Pixel Junks Monsters. I don't think I played the first game. Well, I know I didn't. So I can't really care about the sequel that's coming to PC, PS4, Switch on May 25th. Like, since I don't care about the original, there's nothing you can say, I guess. Let's see. Dan Evans left Ubisoft, creative director of let's see. Just keep playing. There we go. Let's see if it says anything. Evans has been working on a project that was shelved by Ubisoft, who then offered him a position to join the editorial leadership group in Paris, headed by the chief creative officer, Sergei Haskell, but he declined. So pretty much they said, your project is cancelled, you can move to Paris, and he didn't want to move to Paris, which, you know, there's definitely some weirdness about jobs that want you to move. Sometimes that means they trust you and they're willing to, particularly if they're paying for your move, they're helping you find housing and everything. They're putting a major investment in you by helping you move. But sometimes offering you positions in vastly distant places is just a way of trying to get you to quit. And it probably will work. Well, very slowly here. Very slowly we're making progress. 2 more victories, 4 more battle cries, and then a bunch more that cost 5 or more. Let's just go see what the quests are for the Americas account, which I'll cheat probably all of them. Let's see. There's also a chance PUBG viewers can win a free KFC chicken dinner this weekend on Twitch. There's also a chance to win a KFC themed loot bucket that includes a Colonel Sanders ghillie suit and a survival spork. Let's see. So it's several PUBG players. Let's see. So Sacral, Sequoia, Anthony Cogfan, and Dr. Lopo, I think, are the people you have to follow. I'm not sure how they would know who you are or let you win. They'll probably give you they probably you have to subscribe or something, or talk in the chat or something to be entered, or maybe they have a place where you can apply. So clearly I want to trade this out, which just makes things worse. We need 5 wins with the rogue class cards, and hunter and mage. So these 2 can be cheated. The rogue class cards, not so much. We're at almost 6,000 gold, which is a good position to be in, because that means at the very least I can buy 10 of something and 50 of another. I might very well on my main account buy 10 of the 10 of the new account and new cards in Wildwood and 50 of the old cards, or I might buy 50 of the new cards. I'm probably more likely to do that. As it stands, I guess none of this news really matters. So yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good to just go into a silent post show here. And it's been a frustrating one, and it's really just only the beginning for me, with vast numbers of victories needed. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description. If you want to support me, give me a game on Steam. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.